Yes, people, welcome into the huddle. Get in. If you are a Glazers out, if you don't want Glazonomics, like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get into the video. Manchester United play Crystal Palace for the second time, this time in the Premier League. We are looking for another win here, guys. We need to go on a run. We need to go on a serious run. Wins equals confidence, and with the start we had as well, we cannot afford to fall further behind. Anyway, so I don't think there's going to be too much changes to the team. I really do think that there's going to be minimal changes in the presser. Um, Ten Hag said that Regulon is still out. Um, Martinez is going to be out for about 2 to 3 months. That's insane. That's insane. It's going to be a massive miss. I mean, we're going to either have to play Maguire, Lindelof, or Evans. We have backup, but they are not on the level of Martinez. Luckily, we have Varane. Without Varane, it's a big problem. I think Varane is class, man. Varane is class. At least our midfield is now sorted. I think I would prefer an injury in the defense to Martinez like we have now than to have an injury to our midfield. I mean, if you watch the Crystal Palace game the other night, when was it? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? You saw what our midfield was capable of. You just saw it, and if if we have to bring in McTominay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start pulling my hairs out, man. McTominay is so far down now in the pecking order, guys. It's crazy. If you think about it, it's probably like Amrabat, number one, Casemiro, Bruno, Mount, Hannibal. He's sixth choice, bro. He is sixth choice. There is no way McTominay is in sixth choice. Actually, I think Eriksen's in before him. Depending on the game, depending on the opponent, depending on how things are going, I think McTominay is seventh choice. I honestly think he should leave, even in January. The sooner the better. Let us get some money in for him, and we can use it elsewhere. You can use it elsewhere. Um, my prediction for the team, I don't think there's going to be too many changes. This is what I think Ten Hag is going to go with. I think it's going to be Deloitte right back, Varane, Lindelof. I think Lindelof is going to come in. He might choose Maguire. But I think Lindelof is going to come in. Lindelof had a good game. Then it's going to be Amrabat again on the left wing, but you know he's going to be inverted as you saw in the last game. I think it's going to be Casemiro, and then a little bit in front of him will be Hannibal with Bruno. I think Mason Mount's going to be on the right wing. Um, Erasmus Hoyland will be striker, and on the left wing, that is the biggest debate about not about amongst Manchester United supporters. That is the biggest debate, guys. I honestly think he's going to bring Rashford in. I know many people don't want it. I also don't think Rashford should come right in. Many people's also saying that Garnacho doesn't start games well, which is true. That's not that's almost not like a disservice to Garnacho. That is just basically saying he needs to tweak his game. He's just so eager to go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward. He needs to know when to go forward, when to change it up a bit, when to maybe cut inside, when to not even take on your play and pass. And as he evolves his game, he will get better. I think in the Rashford really needs to be watching this spot because Garnacho is currently 19 years old. 19 years old, and he's playing. His trajectory, I couldn't even get that word out, is quite high because he's 19, and the way he's playing, I mean, some people are like 21 when they start playing the way he's playing. Not even. So he's a real one for the future. I think give him another season. Give him another season. and he's really going to be knocking on the door. Hopefully, Ten Hag can manage it well, and we can keep him, at United. I think he has a real future. So yeah, that's my team. The game's gonna be so much different. I think Crystal Palace, they're gonna give it a go. They don't really care about the Carabao Cup. These small teams don't care about the Carabao Cup. They care about staying in the Premier League. They care about staying in the Premier League. And they'll probably bring in Anderson again. Anderson's a brilliant defender. And they'll obviously bring in Easy. I would also, on the week, on the Carabao Cup game, I don't think I will start. I'm pretty sure I will start. So the team will be a lot stronger. We got a slight glimpse of it in the beginning of the second half. However, we obviously overcame that storm. But I do think it's going to be a bit more difficult. Um, I still think we're going to win. I still think we're going to win. I hope we can keep a clean sheet, but I still think we're going to win. Um, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I think I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna say we're gonna get 3-0. It's gonna be another 3-0. They said they couldn't contend against us the other night, and I think it's gonna be a bit tough in the beginning. It's gonna be slow going. But I think as soon as we break that deadlock, I think we're gonna get at least two more goals. So I'm gonna go 3-0. And especially Casemiro, Amrabat in the midfield. Yeah. Mount on the field. Bruno's going to be on the field. Bruno's definitely going to be on the field. Somebody's getting dropped. Bruno's definitely coming in. And I think Hannibal's also going to be on the field, man. We're just going to be too much for them. Anyway, guys, there is a lot more news. There's a lot more news that is happening actually on this Friday. So apparently, Barcelona are interested in Antony Martial. Now, Barcelona's in deep, deep water. Deep, deep water. I'm not going to get into it. You guys can go Google it. You can go research it yourself. But since I think back in 2000 and what was it, 2006, somewhere there. Apparently, since then, Barcelona have been basically match fixing, paying referees. So they are in deep water. It's not looking good. Obviously, the investigation is going on. I'm not going to say whether they're guilty or not, but normally, like we've seen with City, man, this this allegation just goes away. It just goes away. But if it doesn't go away, it's crazy. I saw a report that they're not going to be playing in the Champions League, or they're going to be suspended from the Champions League, which is crazy. I mean, and I saw people posting clips of times where they felt they were robbed, and who was it? Joel posted one of Robin van Persie. He was offside, and the ref blows, but he basically he gets the ball and he takes a shot, and he's offside, and he's on a yellow card, and the ref gives him another yellow card, and it's he just took a shot. Like, it wasn't like he was kicking the ball away. It was like in play. He almost immediately done it, and that was just so crazy. I'm sure there's many more out there, but yeah, Barcelona are interested in Martial. Martial, I'm a big Martial fan, guys. I'm a massive Martial fan. I actually won't mind to see Martial play on the left wing. And I honestly think Rasmus Højlund will enjoy playing with Martial. Honestly, he will enjoy playing with Martial. Martial just knows. Martial is a better left winger than Rashford. Martial's a better footballer than Rashford. The thing about Rashford is extremely explosive, and he knows how to find the back of the net. But as a footballer, Martial is up there, man. And then even bigger news. Oh my word, I cannot believe that I told you that story first. Bigger news. I know many people obviously know about it already, but Anthony's back. Anthony is 100% back. In the presser, Erik ten Hag was questioned about it, and he basically just referred them back to the statement that was released by the club. The statement that was released by the club reads as follows. Uh, as Antony's employer, Manchester United, has decided that he will resume training at Carrington and be available for selection. While police inquiries proceed, this will be kept under review pending further developments in the case. As a club, we condemn acts of violence and abuse. We recognize the importance of safeguarding all those involved in the situation and acknowledge the impact these allegations have on survivors of abuse. So they're basically saying, in a nutshell, that they'll see what happens in the investigation, but for now, there's no, he's not arrested, he's not accused. So depending what happens on the investigation, how it rolls out, they're going to keep their eye on it. But for now, there's nothing serious. It's just there's no charges. It's just accusations. So Anthony's going to be playing for Manchester United for the foreseeable future. If he's fit, he could be on the bench. Um, I think he will be on the bench. Eric Ten Hag's a big fan of him. I think he will be on the bench. It's just interesting. It's interesting to see what's going to happen now in Manchester United going forward. I mean, we have Mason Mount that can play in the centre, can play on the right wing. Then we have Mason Mount that can also play in. Okay, I said he can play in the centre, but I mean, the people that can play in the centre is Bruno, Hannibal, now Mason Mount is three players, Ericsson. And then obviously on the right, you have the competition of Mason Mount, Palestri, and Antony. So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see um, what's going to happen moving forward. I think Mason Mount was brilliant against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. And I think I prefer Mount. Uh, I also think I prefer Palestri. The thing about Antony is he cuts back too much, man. I would like to see him. I'd like to see him take the ball to the line. Take the ball to the line, and put it across. I understand his holding position. Maybe it has to do with instructions from Ten Hag because of our previous midfield deficiencies. Maybe we're going to see a better Antony, a more explosive Antony that's going to be taking more risks. That's what I would love to see from Antony. Then I don't mind him starting. But until he does that, I actually prefer the other two. I'm not a big fan of Antony because he just recycles position, but he's on the wing, and there's nothing wrong with keeping position. But a winger recycling position is just it gets to me a bit, guys. Anyway, yeah, and then the last story I have is that Manchester United is looking at a Brazilian star, according to 90 Minutes. Flamengo's teenage sensation Loran, according to reports, is 17 years old, one of the most exciting Brazilian prospects. And apparently, Manchester United have been keeping tabs on him for a number of months. So, Manchester United and Brighton have been keeping tabs on this kid. And Brighton's going places. Honestly, I think if Brighton keeps this up on this trajectory that they're on, I think in a couple of years they're going to be already they're already there, and you actually don't know what they're capable of as they progress and as they keep on being this team that's so dominant and have the style and everybody knows what they're about. They're going to be able to bring in bigger sponsors, and bigger sponsors means bigger budgets, which basically means they can get in better managers and better players. So Brighton is one for the future, so he might choose Brighton, but I think the way Manchester United is going to be moving now in the near future, Manchester United is just the pick. Even though they beat us, I just think Manchester United is the pick. I mean, playing Champions League football. Hopefully we get Champions League football again. Come the end of the season. The season's long. If you watch the first five games of the season, I was telling my brother, we were having a bit of a chat, and I was telling my brother, look here, if we can like retain the Carabao Cup and we get like fifth, then I think that will be like an okay season. But after that Palace game, and I understand the season's long, I understand Palace wasn't really interested, but what I saw, I really think we can hurt teams. I think we can take on many teams. I think the way we are set up, I think we are defensively solid with as long as Casemiro and Amrabat can stay fit, especially when we're playing Hannibal in the field, man. I still think Hannibal is more of a sentiment. I know he's playing in the number 10 position, but I honestly think he's more of a sentiment. And there's just too much energy in that midfield, too much to comply with our other teams. I'm pretty sure teams aren't going to be running through like they were in the first 5 weeks. Definitely. Those days are over, guys. Those days are over. I'd love to have Lissandro Martinez also back because not only on the defense, he's also great at pinging that ball in the attack. As you saw in the week, Harry Maguire, he doesn't have a left foot. He had to go back to and then a few times I was getting a bit annoyed. If Lissandro Martinez was there, he would have been pinging those balls forward, man. He would have been pinging those balls forward. But anyway, I'm not hating on Maguire. I'm just saying his deficiency in playing on that left-sided centre back. Anyway, guys, as I said, if your Glazers out, like and subscribe, and safety in numbers.